y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy and today I have yet another book haul for y'all. This one is from Bookoutlet. They were having yet another good sale, and not only that, Books and Lala was offering a $5 off code. So yes. So thank you, Books and Lala, for encouraging this book haul. So let's jump right in. Now, a lot of these books I don't really know too much about. I've actually just bought them off of recommendations of other booktubers. Now, except for this one. This one I actually saw at Barnes & Noble's like, gosh, months ago. And I don't know why I never picked it up, but it's Watch Me Disappear by Janelle Brown. And from what I remember, I may have to refresh my memory, but a mother went missing, but I believe she like framed this missing, like she did this on purpose. I'm not sure. Let's refresh the memory. Okay, yes. So the mother went missing. She went on like a hike, a trail, and she had just appeared from this trail. And the father and like her husband and her daughter have just been trying to cope with life, get through life as best they can without her. Of course, they're devastated. But then it says that Olive starts to have like these visions that her mother is still alive. So together, her and her father sort of like start to pick up on these clues about the mother's past, and I guess go on a quest to look for her. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. But it just sounded really good. Next, I picked up 13 Minutes by Sarah Penborough. I actually have another book by her, very popular one, but I haven't read it yet. But this book came as a recommendation from Audrey over at Chapter and Converse. She read this, I believe, for some sort of readathon. I don't really remember exactly which one, but she enjoyed it. It is a YA mystery thriller, I believe. Okay, yeah, so she actually died, and she was dead for like 13 minutes, and then she's pulled out of this river. And she's alive, but she doesn't remember what happened. Her closest friends are acting strange around her, so she befriends an older friend that she's kind of like stepped away from over the years. So together they sort of like put the pieces together to figure out what happened to Natasha. Either before these 13 minutes that she was gone or what, I don't know. But Audrey's really enjoyed it, so I'm going to take her recommendation and I'm going to see if I like it. Next up is All These Beautiful Strangers by Elizabeth Clefford. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. This is also a recommended read from Audrey. I watch her a lot. We seem to have the same sort of likes in books. I hesitated on picking this up like months ago. I believe Kayla over at Books and Lala also read this and highly praised it, recommended it, and then Audrey read it and she said the same thing, like she didn't know if she would like it, but then just picked it up and read it, and she loved it. So here I am, thought I'd give it a go. I believe this is a young adult mystery thriller as well. Okay, yes, this is sort of like a game. So we have a young girl who lost her mother. I believe it says her name is Charlie. She's trying to get over this loss and to move on. So she, I think, goes to a different school, and all the popular kids, which is a group called the A's, I believe, have their eye on her. So in order to become an A, I feel like we're back in Pretty Little Liars here, but so in order to join the A's, she has to go through this game. So yeah, that's all I know about it. That's all I do want to know about it. There is a little blurb that says a young woman gripped by her mother's disappearance is caught up in a dangerous web of life and deception involving a secret society and this highly charged addictive psychological thriller. So we'll see. Next up is All the Beautiful Lies by Peter Swanson, also another recommendation from Audrey. This one and the next one are going to be recommendations from her, but the other two I just picked up on my own. But I've been hesitant to pick this one up. I don't know why. I think that it involves like a stepmother and her stepson possibly in a relationship, and I didn't know if I was going to be like into that or like really care for that. So I think that's why I didn't pick it up. But Audrey liked it, so I'm gonna give it a go. Yes, so he has like two women that are interested in him, his stepmother as well as another young woman. So his father dies, and they suspect that it is suicide. But his stepmother calls him. I think he's away at college, and she's devastated, and she does not think that it's suicide. So he comes home, and together they start investigating his father's death. And a young woman comes into the picture. Although she claims to be new to the area, he thinks that she has been in this family longer than she's saying, or she's known about their family more than she's saying. So I don't really know what that means. And then it just goes on to say that he sort of like is mesmerized by both the women. So I don't want to read anymore. So we're going to read it, and we're going to find out what's going on. Next up, I got Let Me Lie by Claire McIntosh. So this is a new to me author. I've never heard of this author. I heard this was a good read. This is yet another lost her parents kind of book. I got like a thing going on here with parents that pass away. I don't know if I like this, but a young woman's parents passed away. The deaths were claimed as being suicidal, but she does not think that her parents were suicidal. She doesn't think that they would have done this. So she takes it upon herself to start looking into her parents' death, and as she's digging up the past, someone is trying to stop her. And that's really all it says on the back. So I'm really excited about this. It does sound really, really good. Next, I have An Anonymous Girl by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. I've heard mixed things about this book, although I've been intrigued by it for a while. So I just thought I'd just go ahead and pick it up. But some say that it's not as good as The Wife Between Us, and some say that it's just as good. So I don't know. I figured I'd figure it out for myself. This must have been a scratch and dent copy because it's got a big old scratch across the front. That's okay. But anyway, this is about a young girl in college who I guess, needs some extra money. So she decides she's going to participate in this psychological study. She figures it's just going to be real quick, easy money. She's going to answer a few questions maybe, and collect the money and be on her way. But there seems to be more to it. The questions aren't what she thinks they are, and she starts to get suspicious, and she starts to get paranoid about what's going on. And that's really all I know. I just kind of like briefly went over the synopsis real quick, but I'm anxious to, and it just sounded really good and really intriguing, so I'm anxious to get to this one. And last but not least, I have The Secret She Keeps by Michael Robotham. This book, once again, same as An Anonymous Girl, I kept seeing it and like just being intrigued by it, but I never picked it up. And it's blurbed by Stephen King. It says, Robotham is an absolute master. So I was like, okay, that just kind of did it for me. And then it's been in my wish list on Bookoutlet forever. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it. So this sort of like, I just kind of scanned over. I think I read the synopsis, a while back, but this sort of seems like a stalking story, maybe an obsessive story. A young girl works at a supermarket, I think. I could be wrong. But she sees this other young woman all the time, and she's just very fascinated by her, intrigued by her, almost to the point where she wants to be like her best friend or be her. And I think she discovers that she and this other woman are pregnant at the same time. So when she discovers that they are both pregnant together, she musters up the courage to actually go talk to this young woman, and in hopes of maybe becoming friends with her, I guess. But it seems that they both have some dark secrets that maybe come to the surface. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but I'm excited about this one as well. Alright, y'all, that is it. That is all the books I got from Bookoutlet. Another great haul for another great price. I absolutely love shopping on Bookoutlet. I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever, but I love to go there for books that maybe I have on like my Nook or on audio that I just absolutely loved. I like to have those in hard copies. Any books I love, I want to try to have those in hard copies. So I always go to Bookoutlet for those books. So yeah, I love Bookoutlet. Just thought I'd throw that out there. All these books that I talked about today will be linked down below if y'all are interested in any of them. I will also have all my social medias down there. I'm always on Instagram, always on Goodreads. My Twitter's down there. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.